and welcome back to the channel. Food. Thanks for tapping in. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you like videos like this.
I didn't do anything.
All these billionaires say they started in a garage.
Yeah.
And then the garage is just all Freemason satanic symbolism in the garage. Amazon was created in DARPA. They gave it to the guy. They're like, okay, you're the guy. They start with books. They work out the kinks with books. And once that gets to the point where it's like fully functional, now they put it out to everywhere. So they gave it to him.
Hello, sir. Are you Zazur, the most dangerous man?
Let me tell you. I am not dangerous. I am not criminal. But I am the first man in history. I have very important information.
Yes. Okay, sir. Go ahead. Okay, Mr. Zazur. I'm trusting you. Actually, I'm trusting you. Just as you want to go, let me go, please. Have a good one, Mr. Zazur. What's happening with this car?
Yes, it's a boot.
No, this is a boot, Mama.
It's a boot. It's fashion. We have to be able to wear it.
That ain't prosthetic, girl.
Yeah, that's not a prosthetic.
Footwear.
No.
Đây nó đang bầu, nhìn mắt đã thấy muốn đốt người rồi. Tôi dám mở cửa luôn á. Từ từ thôi, nhớ đi nào.
Vẫn còn ở dưới đó.
Wow, lo, qué exagerado que este tiempo, lo. Así.
Everything's right in front of our eyes. Read this. It says one. W-O-N. One. Keep reading. Now keep reading. Evil and war. War and evil. One.
For the first time in human history, our children are eating a petroleum compound in their breakfast, and it's confirmed in every single Pop-Tart sold.
This Pop-Tart is laced with 5 petroleum dyes. That strawberry filling is less than 2% fruit. It's blended animal bones, colored with crude oil dye, then chemically flavored to pass as fruit. The pastry is dosed with TBHQ, a butane derivative, fused in to stop cheap oil going rancid within days, and finished with carnauba wax, the same compound used to polish car paint.
Language 0%, understand 100%.
Oh, ¿qué fue? Quedaron.
Капец. Что делать? Ё-моё!
Still, little guy. Let's get this on you. There we go. You're good. Off you go. We're in the tunnels now. Look at that.
An entire world under the streets. This is their city, hidden right beneath ours.
Aiden Ross's sister has been unalived at the age of 36. But what if I told you that this is another one of their rituals by the numbers? Because in Gematria, Madeline adds up to 36 in one of the ciphers in Gematria. And she was unalived at the age of 36 back in January. And in Gematria, Aiden Ross adds up to 36 in Gematria. So I guess that is just one big coincidence, right? That she was unalived at the age of 36, and all of these things add up to 36. Madeline and Aiden Ross. And she was unalived exactly 38 weeks before Aiden's next birthday. And 38 is one of the numbers associated with unaliving. So RIP to Aiden Ross's sister, Madeline. But this was definitely another one of their rituals by the numbers. Wake up.
Oh my God.
I'm not going to name the organization because I'm not trying to throw anyone under the bus, but there was one specific game where it really hit me. Was I had 20 and 10 after 3 quarters. We were up about 15. And in the 4th quarter in overtime, I didn't play 1 second. And so I'm looking at the assistant coach, watching our lead go down. I have 20 and 10 after 3 quarters. Like, I'm on pace to have a real nice game. And he goes, yeah, we got the call from above. You're done for tonight. I was like, what? Like, who picked up the phone? How'd y'all get on the phone in the middle of the game? And he's like, I'm like, what happened? But they got a look from somebody in the crowd was like, nah, like, so me and this other player, the other player who was doing, he had like 25 after 3 quarters. They were both like, yo, those two, they're done. And so we ended up losing in overtime, and this was against another team that was also tied for last, and they were trying to get, you know, the best projection and the odds to get the #1 pick.
Really scary. There's a crayfish in it. It's still alive in the fridge. What the?
What's that? Oh, people are figuring out that you can put a glass of water by your bedside and it can extract things from your body that may be causing harm. Tell me more! Yeah, more and more people are talking about how they're putting a glass of water, clean glass of water, by their bedside, and they're telling it something before they go to bed, what it is they want it to do. This can be things like cleanse me from a disease that I have right now, or this sickness that I have, things like that. And what people are figuring out about this is when they wake up, they can check the glass of water to see what's going on with it. And if it is bubbly at the top of it, that means that whatever was in your body that you asked it to do, it took it out. But sometimes that may not be all of it, so you have to do it repeatedly pretty much every night, and it can take out whatever's in there, and it will actually even make the water murky and a little off color. Okay? People are saying that they have never felt healthier after doing this. Oh, goody.
You need to see this footage from the edge of the evacuation zone, because the driver noticed a black shape hovering over the fire line. But watch it move. Debris floats with the wind. This thing dives against it. It enters the thermal column and vanishes. He thought it was a drone, until he saw the wings flex.
So me and Jess seriously just thought these were children? And we freaked out? Because they were just standing there staring at us.
I'm literally dying that we... Oh my god, wait.
And they're on chairs. I hate nighttime.
Plot twist. They used to be children.
What I told you. What did I tell you guys? They got him. Could this be the reason why Marlon Wayans was invited to his stream, bro? And now he's in the Scream movie? Shh! Shut up! And you wouldn't believe what Marlon Wayans said in this video. Listen to this. I knew it. It's starting to look like Kai Cenat is finished. I don't think he's going to stream ever again. This is what people are saying. Like I said, I don't know if he's going to stream ever again. Now he's doing photo shoots for Gucci. Look at him, bro. He looks lost. He looks out of it. Look at him. Does he look happy about the decision he made? Who's this chick right here? Huh? Who is this lady right here? Because people are saying she might be one of his handlers. I don't know why they would say that. People are also saying that Marlon Wayans had a plan, that they sent Marlon Wayans there. Mission completed. Now Kai Cenat is going to be in a new Scream movie, guys. This is what people are saying. Thanks to Marlon Wayans. Marlon Wayans might have something to do with this, just like Kevin Hart does. I was just playing around, guys. Entertainment purposes only. We should be happy for him. He went from a streamer to a fashion designer to an actor. But then again, I don't know nothing. Maybe you could let me know something. I'm out.
This is the reason why you always lock your doors. This very strange woman was checking to see if the door was open, trying to break into the house. But what's bizarre about this video is that the woman doesn't look human.
For at least 60 years, Iranian officials, including Ayatollah Khomeini, has accused Western powers of utilizing jinn, black magic, and talismans. They believe Western forces have actually utilized jinn, beings of smokeless fire, to spy on Iranian officials and give out targeting information for missiles. Stories of sorcerers and war go back to the Bronze Age. In the ancient epics, witches like Circe and Medea tilt the fates of kings. It's been rumored for hundreds of years that the sorcerer and mathematician John Dee sunk the Spanish Armada, utilizing pacts with Enochian angels. The intersection of power, war, and the supernatural is a reoccurring theme across cultures and history. Historically speaking, the claim that Western powers could be utilizing black magic, this is not an unusual claim at all. It's occurred in every war in history.
Flota.
¡Que flota!
Miramos ahora. No, este otra cosa de
This graffiti makes it look like the building is warped, and I can't quite wrap my head around the fact that it's actually a flat wall.
Mi amigo se quiere ir con una sirena.
Yo nunca me había sentido así enamorado. Mames, güey. Ni te conoce, Pedro. Yo nunca me había sentido así enamorado, güey. Yo nunca me había enamorado, güey. No mames. Ni te conoce. Yo nunca me había enamorado. Güey, no se sabe ni tu nombre, güey, no mames. ¿Cómo no sé? Si me eligió a mí, güey. No mames.
Pedro, Pedro, escúchame.
¡Cuenta!
Escúchame tú, hombre.
¡Morro!
Dear Indian movies, sorry for doubting you.
What are some of the things you've seen during an exorcism?
If you've seen it on Hollywood, I've seen it. The thing that you're going to see the most of is morphing, which is basically where the person changes form or shape. Everything from just women kind of look like a man all the way down to they'll change into the shape of animals.
Like a skinwalker?
Yeah, exactly.
Have you personally seen this?
There was one case I had a long time ago where there was kind of like a snake figure. I did assist a priest in a case where anytime the priest would put his stole on the back of the person's head, the front of the person's face would just go whoo, and change into the shape of a wolf. With levitation, I just don't tolerate it.
What are you thinking when you see levitation?
I get annoyed by it, frankly.
That's it? You just get annoyed?
The case that I had, one of them was Ball. He likes levitating. So I just don't tolerate it because he's trying to distract you. Personally, I've only seen it twice. But that's only because I tend to see other things, like extreme forms of occult knowledge where people know stuff that there's no way this person could ever know this. This guy that was possessed started speaking a form of Phoenician that had been defunct for 3,500 years. This kid didn't even finish high school.
What are some of the other things that you've seen? Somebody that can turn their head 360 degrees, the spider walk.
The thing I tend to see the most is the demons manifesting in their characteristics in a full-blown manner. For example, with Beelzebub, he looks the same in every case I've ever had him in, where the jaw extends out, the eyes become bloodshot, they narrow, and the top of the head narrows. Seen a lot of color changes. Saw a woman, she was possessed by a demon who responded to the title Vitae Raptor, which is robber of life. The first time we got him to manifest, literally her face just like caved in and she literally turned completely jet black like a corpse.
Great-grandfather, according to my father, was Walt Disney. His twin sister, who he had children with, who I am descended from, was named Minnie. Had me separated from my mother and twin brother. My twin brother was raised on the Disney Channel. That was painful for me. My father and stepmother had a baby girl in 1991 who was raised by another family. In 1998, they assigned me her birth date on my birth certificate, which they waited 10 years to file, claiming my stepmother was my biological mother. We're not the only twins. Most of us are separated. What they do is they take one of the twins, make them a child star, and watch the other hone their craft independently so they can rise to reunite with them. And it works because going through that trauma together, no one else can understand it.
And you and I are like sisters. Sisters. Hallie, we're like twins.
Watch it.
Who do you look at from afar and perceive to be controlled by evil spirits?
I remember you go to DC and you just feel it.
Yeah.
What is this demonic place? This place is the playground of the demons. To name one person would be to not do justice to the... Have you ever looked at the occult artwork at DOJ?
Why is there occult artwork at the Department of Justice?
They take their religion seriously. We might not take our religion seriously, but they take it seriously. They have a god. Their God isn't our God. Their God's the anti and the inverse of our God, but they absolutely have a religion. It's mortifying.
That is nuts. Dude, it's huge. Oh, dude, what the fuck? I feel so bad.
Your whole perception reality opens up when you start looking Google for 5150. You will see a lot of celebrities that were crashing out, and you'll see those news articles, 5150 be referenced. Britney Spears shaved her head. That was a specific contract that she was under. It was a 5150 contract. When Kanye West got picked up and they put all those in them, it's a 5150 contract. And it's the main reason why they send people to Los Angeles, California, because that's legal there.
Is that the rehab center?
Well, no, it's a specific contract that allows for your management, your guardian, whoever's controlling your money, to put you in a psych ward for a brain reconstruction. And like I said, they put these things in movies. So most of the time, the truth is in our face, but they make sure to have us focus on something else. When Britney Spears was crashing out, everyone was focused on her shaving her head and going out or going crazy. No one focused on the 5150 contract, and they made sure you didn't focus on it because it's something that they constantly use. They can't afford for the American people to know the way they play this game, because then it's over.
Ignoring my problems in life and just moving on.
So now you're telling me that the Galactic Federation egg with the hieroglyphs, as well as the representative who was in a hibernated state in his chamber beside the egg, even after AI debunking technology has confirmed that the videos and the photos are in fact not retouched and are real, some people still choose to not believe something outside of their comfort zone. Okay. Well, as the saying goes, denial ain't just a river in Egypt. That is called desensitizing at its finest. But you know what? Once again, this is for entertainment, education, learning, and conversation purposes only. So take what you will, leave what you won't. I'm not here to make you decide either way. But yeah, it has been confirmed that this egg and this person, the videos are real. Our representative is now with the United Nations, coming up with a course of action to usher in peace into New Earth, as well as our representative. Earth is District 1, and we have a representative called Alien Gaia. She's also here to help, as well as the Council of 26, the Light and the Dark Council, as well as the 5 elders, who are also going to make themselves known here on Earth to help us with what we need help on. Now, the 3 phases of letting us all know that they are here to help have been completed, with him being with the United Nations now. Phase 1 was the Orbs that could manifest into angelic looking like beings to help some of you who don't believe find peace. As well as phase 2 was the motherships that are now photographed and videoed all over the entire world. They've been seen everywhere. That was phase 2. And phase 3 is our representatives are now with the United Nations, coming up with a course of action.
Yo, this video that I'm watching is from 7 months ago on the infographic show. I'm watching this at 3 a.m. How would they have known this is how World War III starts? So just watch the first 20 seconds of it. The first 20 seconds of it. Watch this. Watch this. They predicted it. Is how would they have known? Like, it's almost like step by step. Let me take my black ass to bed and get ready for work, bro.
We went downstairs, and what I saw was what I now call an energy beam.
What the bro?
I mean, there's nothing we can do.
Following terrifying video was filmed in the Philippines.
In the footage, a woman wearing a red jacket is seen walking down the street.
But multiple security cameras captured something strange. Some may say it was just a camera glitch. However, everything else in the street appeared perfectly clear, except for the woman's head. Her head looked transparent and disappeared. In the Philippines, there is a chilling belief. If a person appears without a head in a photo or video, it means they will soon lose their life. What makes this even more disturbing is what happened just minutes later. The woman was accidentally struck by a runaway taxi. It is said that she died shortly after the collision.
Tom said that somebody contacted him from the military and they shared some video files with him. And they told him, this is highly classified, be careful with this material. And I believe it was like security camera footage from the History Museum in Baghdad. And the footage depicted US military personnel going into the back rooms and removing gigantic sarcophagi from the museum. And Tom was told what they're removing in this footage are the bodies of dead giants that were hidden away in the repository of the museum. And the footage showed them carrying these large sarcophagi, these US military personnel, and loading them onto the transport helicopter. And Tom was told in no uncertain terms, this is one of the major reasons why we went to Baghdad, was to secure the bodies of these giants, which we knew were in the museum. And shortly after receiving that footage, he downloaded it to his computer. He was with his wife in his kitchen. They were just talking, and suddenly they heard crackling in the walls, like firecrackers going off in the walls, and his house went up in flames, burned to the ground. Everything he had was lost, including that computer and the files, the footage of this incident.
Bro, there's so much unexplainable stuff out there. Have you heard about evil cities?
What do you mean?
There's this phenomenon that millions of people all over the world have reported. They get this overwhelming feeling of evil and dread whenever they're in certain American cities, right?
What?
I know I'm gonna sound crazy, but there's a demonic entity that's over downtown LA.
Denver, Colorado is the most demonic state you could ever live in.
I'm in downtown Las Vegas, and this is why we know it's demonic, because look at these buildings out here that have these things right here. This is a 6-point pentagram, and this is the eye.
Some of these cities are like Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Phoenix is one of them. They just report this overwhelming feeling of dread, and the way that they describe it, and it gives me chills talking about it, they describe it as the absolute absence of God.
What?
They say, imagine what the world would feel like if God just completely left. That's the feeling that they get when they're in these cities.
It was actually known as the Phoenix Project, and what it was about was training children to be as advanced as possible psychically. That's number one. And number two was to see what they can do with the timelines and how they can alter and open up portals to go to other planets and get more advanced technology, and to do missions for our military covertly. I was there from 1970 up until 2014 when that base was taken over by a group of Draco that came back and basically attacked the base because of what we did to the ones that were there previous. My alter name was Jimmy when I served there. Preston Nichols, who was there, would call me Jimmy Boy. My tasks originally were I was taken and broken and trained. I was there in the training room most of the time, and that's where I eventually, once I got older, I would be training the other kids in extreme.
Hey, oh, who's that? Oh, damn, mama, shoot. My shit. Help me up, nigga. You ain't shit.
I know an all-inclusive resort when I see one.
When that blew, we had a lot of dead Bigfoots on the certain side of the mountain that were covered up and recovered quickly by the U.S. government. We have black sites all over the place that are keeping this secret. A doctor who's a psychologist who has made contact, and this is what I know to be true. There are two different types of Bigfoot that roam around. You have the Janu, which starts with an X, X-A-N-U-E, and you have Traycon, T-R-E-Y-K-O-N. Here's the massive difference between the two. The Traycon were brought here by the Greys a long time ago to mine for minerals. When they were done with them, they left them here to breed, to fight, to eat us, basically. They will cannibalize us. A lot of the 411 missing that you see what going on that somebody else was just talking about, they will cannibalize lone hikers and they will bury them. They will never be found. From what I know, again, to be fact, the Traycon are very ugly. They are flesh and blood creatures. Now, the people that run into the Janu, these are the ones that cloak. Okay, these are the ones that mind speak. They have a symbiotic relationship with trees. You have a council. I know this goes deep into the rabbit hole, guys. Stay with me. There is a council of 12. There are 2 on every continent except Antarctica because there are no trees. They can come to you as a Bigfoot, or they can be invisible and you might see that go through the forest. But they will talk to you if you're a good person and they feel like you have something to offer or a value. They'll communicate with you or make themselves seen.
What's everyone think of this one? This has had a lot of views on my channel. It was sent to me by a follower that's based in the Midwest America. Apparently they had a lot of build-up of strange activity on the property, so they set up a load of cameras all over the place, and this is what it captured all in one night. Just orbs flying all over the property. Some people are saying it's drones. I don't think it's drones because when they come up close to the camera they don't really seem to have a solid form. Someone said it's AI, but someone's already put it through Glock and it's not AI. The one that really impresses me, if you look at it on the minute and 9 mark, the last one that's flying past the property, you can see the reflection of it in the car window, which looks really realistic. AI would definitely mess that up. So for me, could be real. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.
Nobody is ready for this one. This probably looks familiar. It probably looks like these cymatic patterns that I talk about all the fucking time. And all these things is a petri dish on top of a speaker and a light on top of it, making these cool mandala-like patterns. Now this man made one of them in a 3D design software and took cross sections of it and put different colors to those cross sections. So using a 3D cymatic pattern, this man was able to create a perfect image using sound and light. I want you to sit and really think about this, because this is the code to reality. This is the code to the matrix, or whatever you want to call it. This is how energy interacts with itself to create everything that you see. This is why cymatics and sound is so important. Vibration in general. It's all.
BlackRock has officially bought our electric grid. A private-owned company now owns all of our electric grid in Indiana and Ohio in the name of mass producing AI data centers. If you are not in Indiana and don't know how hard we've been fighting data centers and our rising energy costs, our bills went up about $400 just in the last 2 months, and now that's expected to get even worse as BlackRock has just secured a $33 billion deal acquiring AES, which is the power company responsible for all of the electricity in Indiana and Ohio. I won't explain to you why a private equity company being able to dictate public energy, why it's an issue, but let's talk about how we know our energy costs are now being privatized and basically going to be used for politics and to, I don't know, drive our prices up even more. BlackRock's investment as it comes to AI is privatizing energy so that they can supply and drain neighboring cities, and now all of Indiana just so they can divert power grid supply to AI data centers. BlackRock has a monopoly on almost every fucking thing, and the fact that a deal going through that is going to allow them to divert energy from regular people to mass produce AI data centers while literally raising our prices and reducing accountability is a crime. This is criminal. Anna is being pimped out in the name of our governor, and now that they have acquired all of our wind farms, which is how we get our energy, we are now going to have a skyrocketing bill, and BlackRock is going to contribute to destroying our environment with AI data centers for a fucking ChatGPT prompt on how much water is being used just to supply it. I don't understand how people are okay with this, but this is very bad. And if it's starting here, it will come to you.
I'm telling you, people don't believe me. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. People know me all over the world. All over
Yeah.
the world. Kylie calls me on the regular.
Kylie Jenner?
Yeah, Kylie Jenner.
She calls
She
you.
calls me personally on my fucking, like, this is my phone right here.
No way.
Like, I don't even need a phone.
No way.
Yeah.
Is that Nicole Richie and Angelina Jolie?
Y'all remember when Ron DeSantis disappeared for a little bit, and then when he came back, he looked totally different. Everybody was like, man, what the hell? He looked like a different dude. And yeah, well, that's when the military came and swooped him up and took him to Gitmo for military tribunals. And then the military threw in a 2.0. Because Trump says, oh, central casting. But you also remember when all that went down, Trump also come out and said, Ron DeSantimonious, that pointed him, and central casting, they're all just central casting. Yeah, because Ron was not a very good dude. Ron was in bed with Anthony Stephen Fauci. In Oklahoma, they had a diamond business together. See, it's like this. Even the elites had a refinery, so when they were done with the children that they didn't want anymore, the ones that they've already trafficked and raped and used and ate off of and all that, they sent them to the refinery and turned them into a diamond, then made another profit off of them. That's how deep and sick these people are. I wanted to add this last thing. Y'all remember the real Ron? The real Ron was in the military. He was part of the infiltrated military. Remember the one that Trump had to rebuild? Because the military was helping traffic the children. It's deep. It's really deep. Not all the military, just a portion was infiltrated.
It's blue already. It's already happened.
Yes, it's been blue since probably 2019, and that was part of why they were sticking snake bites in everybody, because I'll say
Corona.
it again. Yeah,
The
corona
corona
means
of
crown.
the sun.
Yeah, it means crown. But also, don't let them steal your crown. You see what I'm saying? So your seventh chakra would be your crown chakra. These beings can only reach their sixth chakra, the pineal gland. That's why every time you see Sumerians or even at the Vatican has the largest pine cone in front of it. Every time you see them in pictures, you'll see them holding a pine cone in their hand. That's the pineal gland, because this will make sense to you. There's a difference between knowledge and wisdom. They can only reach their sixth chakra, which is their ledge. It's their knowledge. They have no access to their crown. Your crown is your connection to source. And when they merged with technology a long, long time ago, that's what it means by blaspheming the Holy Spirit in the Bible. They cut their connection to source. They decided to go with technology. That's why they're stuck here. They're not allowed to leave. And that's their penance. And that's why, it's all part of it, because when they came here, there was only 8 of them left. They're elites. And what they did was they took the beings here, which were at one with nature, were actually part of the tree of life, and they advanced it about 1 million years in their time with their DNA. Whether we want to call it Enki or however you want to say, they did it, but they used their own DNA, and they created the beings that we are now. That's why we're created in their image.
And that's a wrap on this episode, fool. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to hit and smash the like button for me, smash the subscribe button, be part of the family. Remember, stay woke, and I'll catch you next time.